and welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Cities Skylines. All right, we have a good, profitable city. We need a little bit more commercial, so let's build some more commercial. And we're just going to go all the way up there with it. Getting sort of close to the area where we separated. Actually, right here is where we separated the furthest distance. So right in here is where I want to make sort of a happy medium in between the two. So right down through here, I think, is a good amount. So we have a little bit more commercial that we could do, and then we want to block off all this industrial eventually with a little bit of commercial as a buffer. So I can take out this and this now, because this is grown all the way back here and we're connected right here, so we're good on there. And as such, let's look at how we can employ even more stuff in our city, because we're making a lot of money now. And I would like to be able to get some of these buildings leveled up, because leveling these buildings up would give us more money. So I would like to build the large high school somewhere in here. Does this reach? This does reach all the way down there. So I could put it like right here, and we are good. So let's put the large high school right there. 560 a week. But the benefit that we're going to get from that, it will pay for itself. Because slowly, as you can see, the students, it's going to start increasing as the city grows. So I think we're going to want a little bit of higher density residential as we get closer and closer to this industrial. We don't want to put high density way over here, because that's a long ways to drive all the way over to here. So usually in cities, the closer to the city center, the quote unquote center, the higher the density. So if we look at our zones, you can see we got pretty low density all the way up to here, and we have industrial zone ready to go. We don't have any industrial demand, but we have some commercial demand. So I'm going to want, this is my main separator right here. So this is my main separator. I'm going to want commercial all the way down on these sides here. Since I'm planning this to be industrial and all of this to be residential, I want a commercial buffer in between the two. So far, so good. We could actually build a clinic now. You can see medical clinic is 400 a week. Is there a clinic that is really good? Yeah, look at that Mayo Clinic. I think I made that. Maybe I even subscribed to it. But yeah, it's just a cheaper version of. So I'm going to build a clinic in here, but this doesn't actually reach very far. So I might have to stuff it a little closer in. Right, maybe next to all of this. Oh, it is really raining out there. I don't know if this actually affects the water. If anybody knows if this actually affects water, let me know. I need to move that here. There. That's a little bit better. We still have a little bit of overlap, but okay, power is an issue, so I think I want to move to main space already. What is down there? What is down there? I don't know what that is. I want to know what that is. Is there no query? I thought there was a query, like, what is this? What is that? Is that a ship? It looks like a ship. Yeah, it looks like a ship. What is that thing down there? Why can't I see it? I want to see what that is. That's weird. There's like a ship down here. Is there anything else in the water? That's really bizarre. So, what happens if I just demolish it? Okay, well, I guess it didn't do anything. We need some more power, so I'm going to use the upkeep 200 a week. 20 megawatt, 8 megawatt. 0 to 13 megawatt. So I'm going to build like 1, 2 of these. And I'm going to need really? I no, I built that out like that. There we go. Should have a little bit more power. That was weird. So now we got 176 students. So let's look at the education level. Education. Yep. So elementary is still pretty red, but we're making progress. I mean, it takes time, of course. It takes a little time for that education to seep into their little heads. So we got 6% that are educated in elementary school. High school, again, 6%, or no, 0%. High school gives you well educated. So we don't have anybody well educated yet. We just built that high school, of course, 0 university as well, because we don't have one of those in there yet. But we do have a clinic now, so our health should have started to climb back up again. And of course, we have a little bit of fire hazard here. You can see now you can get forest fires. So trees, these big wooded areas around, are prone to fires. So we have fire watch towers, we have helicopters, and all that kind of stuff. Crime, same thing. Crime is really good. People don't have a reason to really to commit a whole lot of crimes. We have 6 criminals out of 20 capacity in our police station, so we're doing good there. Let's look at public transportation. Bus depot, this is really, really expensive. So we want to be very careful about bus stops and stuff. So $30,000 Upkeep $720 a month. So I want a bus depot or a bus station. I'm going to put one up here because it doesn't really matter what this thing is. What matters the most is this thing right here. These are the bus stops. Very similar. Very, very similar to how they work in Transport Fever. So we are going to start a line here and build a line up to here. And then I want to bring a line back to here. And of course, this goes all the way around. Unfortunately, there's really no way to stop that unless I put a little nub out. So there's the blue line there. Interesting. Didn't think about the bus lines. So now we got people already waiting for the bus. So if I go here, people already waiting for it. And there was once a bus line manager that you could actually micromanage these lines, but that mod hasn't been updated in a while. So if we go to transit lines, so this is a very simple line here. This is day and night. Vehicles, 8 vehicles on this. Yeah, it used to be where you'd be able to edit the number of vehicles and all of that kind of stuff on here. But it looks like I mean I had to get rid of that. So we're gonna name that the blue line. But it's eight buses, so I'm not too worried about it. Where are you guys going? Interesting. Not sure what the catchment area is on the bus lines. Not 100% sure. Oh, we have a lot of residential demand. So we are going to put in some high density goodies right in there. And that will really... Okay, we're going to delete you because I don't like that little slice that you gave me there. Try to fill them all in because you have 2 4x4 areas right here. Aim should be a little bit better on that. Come on. Got some good high rises going in. There's a good 4x4. Okay. And these hold 16 households. These are all basically 16 households, I think. You know, it takes a while for them to move in. We got anybody moving in yet? See, these all need workers, which is why I wanted to kickstart the residential here. You got plenty of jobs. Look at that, 11 of 12 households now, 15 of 16. So you can see our population really went up fast. If we go to, I know there's an overlay or a graph or something that we can look at. We don't really have disaster detection yet. Radio coverage, I'm not even sure how to get radio coverage. Let's go to electricity. No, I don't think it's in electricity. Healthcare? No, it's not in healthcare. Police? That's fire watch. Education? No. Parks and plazas, unique buildings, monuments, policies. Let's look at policies. Upkeep 5 cents per building. Oh, taxation. City planning. Encourage biking. NIMBY. Interesting. Lightning rods. Interesting. These are all new. Fast recovery. That seems a little heartless. That's funny. We don't look for survivors, just rebuild. Oh, I heard a building level up. Not sure where it went though. I don't know what the icon looks like. Districts, leisure, escape routes, destruction, radio coverage, levels. There's one increase in level. As you can see, this is a low density, but it's increased in level, so it's a little bit fancier. Good. It's good that... Oh, these all filled in. That's excellent. And now we're really making money. So we can start to be a little bit better at this. And now we've got still a bunch more residential demand. And these are all uneducated workers. And now, let's continue zoning with high density. The next block of 4. So the next block of 4 wide, we're going to do high density, and a little bit over here too. So where are you going? Oh, he has to do a U-turn. So let's look at... I'm going to look at these again. So, I wish it was daytime. Why isn't it daytime? Is it not daytime because it's raining so hard? I don't know if there's any weather controls in the game or any cheats. I'm not aware of any. So, you know, let me know if there's something I can do to make this a little bit more visible. I didn't think it would last this long. I didn't think the night would last this long. So bear with me. This is kind of a long and stormy night. It was a long and stormy night. I mean, you can see this way, I guess. Let's see. Everything is good to go. We're going to need a little bit more industrial now, finally. So let's zone some industrial. Let's zone it just like that. Anybody waiting on our... Where's our... There it is. Okay, well, we're letting people out. That's good. Okay, people are using our lines, which is nice. And now we've got a good sort of denser hub here. Our school usage has probably skyrocketed because of those high density developments. So it looks like, yeah, 867 students now. These high density buildings really fill those things up fast. So when you start using high density, that you basically run into problems with needing umpteen numbers of schools. Okay. Everything is looking pretty good. It finally stopped raining. And I think we're going to edit this intersection next episode with the new traffic manager tool mod. So it'll showcase a little bit of what that's all about. Plus, it'll allow me to get a little bit more familiar with the mod itself. All right, well, that will do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.